Hey guys, Michael G here. Today we are going over the best red zone offense in this game. I'm separating this down into yard increments. So in between the 20 and 15 yard line, what I like to call, in between like the 15 and 8 yard line, and then in between the 8 yard line to the goal line. We're gonna start from the 20 yard line here. We're gonna call the play. I just love corner routes here, guys, from the 20 yard line. Like you pretty much play your regular offense for the most part, but I like sharp corner routes. So like YSL here is a great example of a play like call. We're going against cover 3 here to start, and I just simply like putting a drag here from my slot and blocking the running back and then stamping the ball. What's going to happen here, guys, is basically this corner route is going to get into a really good spots over the curl flat and underneath the outside third for an absolute dot. And this corner route, guys, like I said, when it comes to 20-yard line, you don't want to run routes that run too deep, right? That run into the back of the end zone, like deeper corner routes, deeper posts, because there just isn't enough space for them. This corner here from YSL, it runs perfectly. It kind of like glides to the sideline right here. As you can see, it's not running too deep where it's going deeper, like into the back of the end zone. It's running right to the side in a perfect window from the 20-yard line. But for example, if I was on the 5-yard line, this corner would be too deep. But because I'm on the 20-yard line, it fits into a perfect spot here for me to actually fit this ball for a great dot, right? And this would be the same thing. It does beat man. I'll show you guys it quickly here versus like cover 2. It's gonna be the same thing. The only thing here is if they have like a deeper zone drop, that could play it. So like we'll go against this, just a cover 2 look right here. So if they have a deeper zone drop, it will play it, and we'll have to take our drag. So like right here, it looks like a pretty deep zone drop, so we're gonna have to take our drag here just for a check on option, right? I'll show you guys this first man coverage here, but this is from the Cincinnati Bengals playbook, guys. So again, if you just want to find corner routes that just have great spacing there, in the 20-yard line, right? Like this, like I said, this corner route it's sharp, it's not running too deep, and it's perfect for the situation. So once we get in between the 15, like an 8-yard line, guys, there is one play I like to call, and that's dig return from the gun bunch offset formation. I like this first pretty much anything that's not cover 2. Like vert hook from the slot corner in cover 2 does play this very well, but like versus cover 3, guys, this is a ball that we're going to be able to throw pretty consistently. The reads here is basically the zig or the in route right here. But the zig's can get into a really good pocket right here, in between the curl flat and the vert hook. You know that isn't a touchdown. That is still a very healthy gain, and sometimes we can rack that in for a touchdown. But either way, we are very close to the goal line right here. Boom, right? So this fits in a great window there. So this comes down to a two-man read, guys, between their user. If they go user to zig, we're going to throw this in route, and vice versa. But as you can see right here, guys, versus stock practice mode defense, this zig is going to do a great job of getting right by the goal line. I love this pretty much anywhere in between like the 12-yard line and like the 3-yard line, I think is a good range for this ball. And again, this is in the Cincinnati Bengals offense playbook. There turns in a couple other playbooks with gun bunch as well. Versus man, guys, we're still going to have the zig and the in route right here that we can throw. As you hear there's the zig. Still in that great window again. Like I said, sometimes it'll be touchdown, sometimes it won't be, but we're getting yards. And again, if that's like at the 6-yard line we're in, it just kind of depends on the rack, and especially 2. If we can get down to the 2, that's fine. But I'll show you guys like the, the inside the 2 run plays that we like to call. But even like I said, the in route there wins. That's just in front of deep half, so I'm confident throwing that every time. But like I said, the in route and the dig are going to be our 2 balls that we're going to want to throw. So like I said, guys, shallower corner routes, I love calling from like the 20 to 15-yard line. Once you go between like the 15 and like the 5. Like that ballpark, dig return's a great passing play to call, but once you get inside the 5, guys, I'm showing you here in a second, I don't love passing the ball a lot. The reason being is just there's just a lot of people and not a lot of space from a defensive perspective, and it's really hard to fit balls in. It really is. There's a lot of bumping that goes on, and it creates a lot of inconsistencies with passing inside the 3 or the 2, and it's easier to throw picks down there, and it's just a range where we really want to run the ball as much as we can, quite frankly. And one of the best runs to do that, I'm just going to respot the ball right here, is RPO stretches, guys. RPO stretches are one of the best runs in this game, and you have to find some in your playbook to advantage. Like I'm using Cincinnati Bengals playbook right now, and I have this wing pair RPO stretch that I'm going to show you guys right here. The RPO stretch is, it doesn't matter, again, the formation. Wing pair is really, really good because of the numbers here on this side, but you just got to find simply a RPO stretch in your arsenal. This is like always my go-to play down here, guys. The blocking is just excellent. We're going to walk in the end zone here. It's just, it's impossible to blow up this run in the backfield. It really is. Even run commits are not consistent versus at all. Like you can still run to the outside with this, but as you can see right here, we're going into just like a nickel formation here, and we are just absolutely mauling. And we're like Dalvin Cook has not gotten touched yet. So it's like when you have RPO stretches in the game, guys, there really is just no point in passing the ball when you're this close to the end zone. Just punching it in with a stretch. And another thing too, like RPO inside zones are excellent. RPO dives are excellent. It kind of just depends on your playbook, guys. But I love this wing pair RPO stretch down here. Again, once you get inside like the 5, 4, 3 yard line, J return is a great passing play, but we really don't want to pass unless it's like that 4th and goal situation and they've been getting sheds or playing good run D, whatever the case may be. But like I said, it's really hard, quite frankly, to play good run D against this RPO stretch, guys. Like right there, that was the first time we've gotten touched in like 6 or 7 times. But like it is about as consistent of a run as you're gonna get right there. So and if you want to, like, goal line backs an ability that you can use, but I think with offensive AP and Mutt, it's kind of hard to spend 2 AP on goal line back, so you can do this without goal line back, but if you really want to commit to a red zone offense, goal line back does work for 2 AP, but things of that nature, it's just, like I said, if you want to establish that ground game down here, I think that's 100% the way to go. I just absolutely, as you can see right here, I'm just absolutely mauling with this stretch. RPO runs, guys, gotta have them. I'll show you guys another stretch just to show you that it doesn't have to be from this formation. There is another one in this playbook that I love a lot, so we'll call that right now. And we'll go, and it's just it's from the bunch tight end, single back bunch tight end formation. Same idea. And if they super run commit, guys, we can throw the bubble as well. Like that's another thing I like to do if they're run committing and they're just fully selling out usually in that way. The bubbles on these are fine as well here. But again, single back bunch tight end, as you guys can see, we're still in the end zone. Stretch RPOs, guys. The pursuit angles, the sheds just aren't there. It's just you have to take advantage of those right now, right? And then Dalvin Cook has jukebox here on reg, so like jukebox, that's a great running ability as well. But as you guys can see here, it's just RPO stretches are great, and like I said, even right here, if we want to throw the RPO, like that's easy, right? Like we can throw that as well, especially if they have like a lot of numbers, guys, to the stretch side. Like obviously with wing pair, I have so many numbers that stretch is pretty money. But like right here with more balanced formation with bunch tight end, I can definitely throw this RPO and throw that with confidence, guys. I'll show you guys a stretch version of this one more time, but you get the idea, guys. RPO stretches are excellent. Whether it's the bubble or the stretch itself, it's fine. RPO inside zones, you guys have that are fine. RPO dives are fine. But inside the 2 here, guys, got to be calling RPOs and just handing the ball off or throwing a bubble screen because those are great options. And like I said, down there, when there's a lot of people and not a lot of space, it's hard to pass the ball. So do not be afraid by any means to run the ball a couple times once you get inside a 3 or 2 yard line. And like I said, once you get between like the 5 and 15, I love a play like dig return. It's just great spacing for cover 3, cover 4, man coverage. And once you get in between the 20 and 15 yard line, you can pretty much run your usual offense, but I love specifically corner routes that will get over flats, underneath blues, and get into a great spot where they're not running too deep or not running too shallow. So that being said, guys, if you found something there to improve your red zone scheme, consider checking out Civil GG, where our full schemes use the highest level man. Links, websites, and description. You should go GG at checkout for 20% off your next order.